I was raised in a fairly strict Episcopalian household. It was go to church or die. There was no two ways about it. And in order to get out of some of the pressure from my parents, I served on the altar. I was an acolyte. I attended church regularly until I got married. I got married at a young age, and my wife was Catholic, and we made a deal with our parents that we'd rotate churches each Sunday. And after our son was born, we went to my church, the Episcopal Church, and back when the church was built, they had a fundraiser, and if you gave X number of dollars, you paid for a window, or X number of dollars, you paid for this or that. And one Sunday morning, as the procession's coming up, we're sitting there with the baby, and this woman asked me to get out of her pew. And I immediately told her where to place the pew, and I never walked back into that church again until 5 years ago, when my mother passed away. We attended the Catholic Church periodically. I wasn't comfortable there, and then the crowning blow came when we went to have my daughter baptized there. The priest called my wife a whore because she hadn't converted me to Catholicism, and from there I always believed in God, but I didn't practice. We had a friend over for dinner who was a member here at the time, and kind of tricked me into coming to church at the shelter, and I've been here ever since. If there's anything you get out of this, is you can teach an old dog new tricks. My relationship with God is a journey, learning the Bible. I get so much out of the small groups, and it does come true, but you have to have patience, and that's one thing that I've really had an empty tank on most of my life. I had to have everything yesterday, and it's just brought a peace and a comfort. The drama's out of my life. You know, you hear these people that say they've seen it all, and nothing surprises me. Well, just hang on, because you're going to be surprised. I mean, the older you get, the more you realize, the more you're going to get surprised. And the biggest surprise in my life is my relationship with the Lord. My biggest surprise, I'm sitting here even talking to you. I mean, this is amazing. My thought process has changed. Being an elected official, you get a lot of pats on the back and stroking that isn't really necessary, but you get a very inflated ego. You think you're much more important than what you are. And if I hadn't come back to the Lord before I got on this political venture, I'd have been an embarrassment to my family, myself, and the city of Moraine. It's taught me humility, and I deal with that every day. I question my purpose. Why am I doing this? So far, on my ride to the hospital at 2:45, July 7th, 2012, I had a little talk with God, and found out that He wasn't going to take me at that time, but it was time to start growing up, and that I really didn't know it all, and that I wanted to give back in any way that I could, and that's where this chaplain thing popped in. Some people have come to me even before I did this, which really surprised me. They wanted my advice on this, that, or the other, and I think partially it's because I've been through it. I think some of the things I've just done involving the building of the new church, God put me in a position to help work out some of the wrinkles that we've encountered. I also feel that there's been a change in my family because of this. Not dramatic, but a little bit. They're aware. My daughter says, Dad's on a God trip. That's good. I'm glad she notices it. And I am on a God trip. But where it leads, I don't know. I just take it a day at a time, and I just know as of this moment, everything's good. I'm Jim McGuire, and I approve this message. And Jesus definitely has changed my life.